Hello and welcome to week one of Education 4203 Clinical Assessment. Just to show you a little bit about Moodle, as you can see, we've got 14 classes. There's not one week for spring break. And each week I will release the week's worth of activities, which the first week will be at the bottom, and then we will go up as the semester goes along. So as you can see, here we go. We've got the Introduction, Syllabus, and Activity 1. We're going to go over Introductions to Syllabus and Activity 1 and also what's next in class. And then I have all the different materials here. So for example, when you click on this, the syllabus will pop up. And as you can see, this is week 1 and it follows along basically with the Moodle as well. Because I understand that sometimes it's difficult to get the textbook right away, I have uploaded the first chapter so that you have access to that. And then I also uploaded the assessment report template, which I can actually show you what I'm talking about when I speak about that. The big assignment in this class is actually an assessment report. So I created a template so that you know exactly what format. You can see it's Times New Roman 12-point font, and then you'll just be filling in all these sections as the semester goes along. And so work samples, strengths, areas of growth, IEP goals, progress monitoring, collaboration, and you'll be doing a reflection. So this I'm giving to you right off the bat. So if you even want to have this kind of opened up on your computer at all times, and then when you find a place where some of this information can go, you have access to that. And you know that if you have all those sections and you do it well each week, then you should be able to get an A in this class, no problem. The next thing I have is the activity 1. So each week we meet, I have you work on an activity that kind of culminates the reading for the week, along with what we talk about in class, discuss and talk about in class, and then also your own experience. So for this week, there's 8 questions. And the first question, what has been your experience with assessment in your life, including as a young child, a teenager, and an adult? According to Chapius, what are the Chapius's description of learning objectives? Which one do you identify with most for this course and why? And then I ask you about your students, which one of the learning orientations they connect with and why. What's the difference between criterion reference, norm reference, and curriculum-based measures? What are 3 things that can affect a student's ability to succeed in school? And then you're going to be starting your assessment report. So I just cut out some sections of the assessment report for us to start out with. So you need to identify a student who you can complete assessments with this semester. We need the date of birth, languages, CELT scores, disability, any evaluations that they've had so far, and when was the last major evaluation, whatever their age is, their grade is, and then, of course, your name as well. And then their health records as well. So when was the last hearing test, when was their last vision test, and other health information. And then you have, let me just real quick, see if I can get this. Then you have the last few questions, which is one is how does a teacher go from gathering assessment data to writing an IEP goal to monitoring the progress of their students? We're going to be learning about the RAP4 in class, and you should be practicing that, but you at least need to write one sentence with the main like a summary sentence about what the RAP4 is. You will be using that eventually in your report, so that's why we start writing these sentences. And then every week I'll ask you to give me some sort of feedback. So for this week, it is, now that we've gone over the syllabus, what kind of access do you have to students in schools, and what type of support will you need to be successful in this class? Knowing that we have to administer assessments and that we also have to write a full report, I just want to know what kind of luck you'll have with that, and if we need to come up with any sort of accommodations or other supports to help you be as successful as possible in this class. So next, popped up. Next is the RAP 4 assessment materials. You can print these out before class if you'd like to. I will also have some copies in class. And you'll see that it's a folder. So actually, if you click that open, you can see that there's actually 3 attachments that are in there. Those are all PDFs. One is the test forms and administrative directions. The second one is the sentence completion sample questions card, and then we have 3 other cards. So the reading, the spelling, and the sentence comprehension. So those need to be separate from the test forms, which we will go over in class. I always give the PowerPoint before class so that you can download it, but I just need to remind you that it's subject to change all the way up until a few minutes before we start class. The reason for this is that your homework is due usually on midnight, the night before the test, so it'll be on Wednesday by midnight. Thursday morning, I get up and I go through and I try to grade and look through your assignments to make sure you're on the wrong track, and if we need to make any changes to that class, then I make those at that time. And then finally, I have a copy of the syllabus here for you if you have any questions, but also remember that is also subject to change. So overall, if you have any questions or need any help, I do give you my cell phone number and my email address, so I always ask students to call, text, or email if you have any thoughts, questions, or concerns between classes, so that I can make sure to answer things as quickly as possible. Thank you very much and have a great day.